remember he had those smoker fights and I was supposed to go in the corner. I was looking at my fucking head here because we were supposed to head.
So today's our sparring day, and we're just stand-up sparring and doing some lighter rounds. We don't really do too intense. I mean, some guys do, but we save the intense rounds for when you just get ready for fights. So this is our stand-up sparring day, just to work on technique and try some new stuff. Gosh, we got a bunch of our guys here. Phillips is here, Kenny's here, Rob Emerson's here, our striking coach is out there, Mario Bautista's out there, Tenquinho Mendez, Abu Dhabi champion, he's out there, Yatsin Meza is a UFC vet, John Moraga, UFC championship vet. Gosh, so Mike Hamill's making a ton of noise right next to me. But yeah, we got a bunch of guys just getting ready. Kyle Stewart's out there. He's going to have an opportunity coming up soon too.
How's it been since Fire Island?
Good, dude. Just been chilling, you know, training here and there, and staying somewhat ready, and then just enjoying life, I guess, you know.
Sweet.
Hanging out, eating some good food, having some drinks, you know, enjoying some family time. So, yeah, I thought I was going to be back, not this weekend, but next weekend. So, December 12th, to fight Song Yadong, and he backed out right. I mean, we were done. It was done. It was done, dude.
Are you looking to get back on the next Fight Island then?
Yeah, we'll see. I think I'm gonna come back in February. Okay. So not quite sure, but waiting the final details, all that. Mm-hmm. So, but I think February I'll be back. So he also told me he was gonna bust your ass. So I knew he was planned on go get 50 G's online. Come on.
Fiery little bitch.
I just had my 8th fight with him in my corner. The first time I came up here was with Chris Carriasso when he was still training, and he came up to get some sparring with like Moraga and then the crew of guys that they had, and I came up with him. I think I was still an amateur, so coming up on 6 years, so that would have been about 7 years ago that I first came up to the lab, and had my first few rounds. And then the Contender Series, I came and did a few weeks. I pretty much was starting to do my camps here, like coming up and doing sparring, and I got injured. And had a couple tears in my shoulder and kind of just had to play it safe the rest of camp for the Contender Series. And didn't get the contract and kind of went back to work at Rise. And then finally for the Royval fight for the LFA belt, I made like the full-time commitment. So I'd been, coming in and out here and there throughout the years, and then pretty much made the full 9-week camp, crouch in the corner for the Royval fight. So had the 2 LFA and then now 6 UFC fights. So it's quite a, we were just talking about it, time flies, man. I feel like just met the other day, but man, it's been a little while now. It was amazing, man. It was pretty much like a once-in-a-lifetime experience, Even the Contender Series now, it's not quite the same as the, original in the Ultimate Fighter gym Contender Series. They still talk about some of those first couple seasons. And just to be a part of that, especially the Snoop Dogg one, it was something that I'll never forget, but also brought like a level of confidence that shoot, I can do anything. The way it was with no crowd, same thing we're experiencing today. So it was all an experience, and stuff I kept putting in. My toolbox pretty much as far as not only skills as a fighter, but the mental edge for those type of events.
And obviously you're training with the guys like Pilot today and Mario as well. What's it like training with like those guys in the gym on a day-to-day basis?
You know, iron sharpens iron always. You know, you got everybody has their own little unique things, but just day in day out, just being competitive with those guys, trying to bring the best out in each other. Day in day out. I don't think there's any other way to do it. Obviously, other guys train elsewhere, but if you don't have those training partners pushing you day in day out, someone beating you up in the gym, you're gonna probably get beat up in the cage sooner or later. Yeah.
You had 2 fights in the space of 2 weeks, was it? I think it was less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, it was 20 days apart. It was 20 days apart, so it was still a quick turnaround, man. I was only home for like 10 days after all the travel and the quarantine and stuff.
Was it hard doing that, or did you find it hard?
I'd like to say that when it was all going down, I was just playing it off like nothing was phasing me, and that's pretty much how I felt. But there was times where I was a little tired, especially the first time the sleep was a little rough. But the fight weeks are always going to be a little bit different, stuff you're going to have to overcome. And I proved it both times when I stepped in there. Like, I'm ready to compete. When you shut that octagon door and lock it, like, I'm ready to go no matter what. And doing things like that, I feel like build my confidence, and that's something that that's hard to get. You can believe in your skills and all that stuff, but doing that type of trip, I think that trumps my LFA and debut. Even though that was back-to-back weekends, just doing the whole Abu Dhabi thing and 2 tough opponents. I feel like that trumps my craziest fight experience, and that only levels me up, I feel like, in the end. I knew it was close. I felt like I won the first round for sure. I knew the second round was the closest round. And that's where I went for the takedown in the third. And I felt like 1 and 3, no question about it. And then I went back and watched it, man, and like, not that he didn't land anything, but like, it was just a lot of feeler stuff, like the leg kicks. Like, I checked a lot of those. I think he had 52 significant leg kicks, and yeah, he landed some. I'll give him that, but it was like, I don't know. It didn't feel like it did a whole lot of damage. I felt like there's a little more credit. I was like snapping his head back and that type of thing. Like in any stand-up judging fight, like just pure, that like. I feel like I would have won, and like any type of just the way the body language, like the head snapping back and the pressure, I walked forward. But I mean, he was landing, like I said, he landed a couple good shots, but I didn't see really any times that my head got snapped back like his did, numerous times. So that was where I scored it. The first, I thought I was way busier, like especially the second half. Like, he came out strong, especially the first 2 minutes, and then I felt like the last 3 minutes I really like started to take over, and then obviously the third, that takedown, I think I had like a minute and a half, 2 minutes of control. But didn't do a whole lot, but in a close fight like that pretty much does it in my mind, And even the last like 30 seconds, I hit him with that pull too, boom, snapped his head back. I mean, like I said, it was a hell of a fight, and. But I think that's where my head was at, and as far as the judges and stuff.
So what do you want next in the UFC? I know, like you said, Song Yudong?
Yeah, he had his chance, man. I was signed, ready to go for December 12th, and he backed out last minute. They printed the contracts up and we signed him, so that means he agreed at some point and then backed out. All good, don't hate him for it, but I was ready to rock again, and I think I'm gonna be back in February 13th. So waiting to close everything down. So we'll wait on the opponent, but we'll go. I think we're gonna be back that date.
Hey guys, one more round, switching leads.
Yeah, we used to do 3-way sparring with me, him, Bruce Leroy.
Yeah.
And it's a killer cardio workout. Way better than just regular sparring because you're constantly going like.
So 3 people sparring at the same time?
Yeah, all for each other, like everybody man for himself. But like hard with the big gloves. Yeah. And it's like, it's dangerous, but like if you do it, like it's really good for your cardio. What up, guys? I'm Kyler Matrix Phillips, fighting from Temecula, California. Now I'm living in Arizona now. You guys just saw me get back from Fight Island, Dubai. Trying to get another fight. I'm a Nikito Kai fighter, black belt Nikito Kai sensei. Just got my black belt in Jiu-Jitsu, Soul Fighters, what's up? So yeah, man, I started Jiu-Jitsu at like 3 years old. Started doing a lot of different martial arts with my dad. And I just fell in love with the arts at a young age and was always not super disciplined, but I was always around the arts, always competing, and whether it was wrestling or judo competition or pancration as a younger kid, and then fighting on the reservation when I was younger, doing some MMA fights on the reservation. And that just kind of took me to where I am now, and I just decided I've wanted to do this pretty much since I was 6 years old. I rode out Jiu-Jitsu World Champion, Abu Dhabi Champion, and UFC Champion. Those are my 3 long-term goals for my life, and I'm still chasing after the same exact goals, and I love what I do. And it's not always what you do, but why you do it. And I feel like with the purpose and the things that I do, there's nothing else I'd rather be doing. It was sweet, man. I liked. It wasn't too bad of a weight cut either, so the weight's never really an issue for me. And Casey was out there with me as well. Had Coach John Crouch, Hanchi Nico, and Chris Carriasso was out there, Marcus McGee. So we were just doing a lot of funny, stupid stuff. We always just joke around. I was actually ding-dong ditching a bunch of dudes in the hotel room the first couple of days because we were quarantined for 48 hours out there after quarantining in Vegas. And so when we got out there, it was just like kind of boring in the room, but we just like made little games and stuff. I wanted to go back. I wanted to fight again and whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna try to fight maybe in Vegas or something pretty soon, maybe February, January. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, Abu Dhabi, Dubai was definitely a great plan for UFC. They did a fantastic job of setting that up, and yeah, it's a dream come true. I do a little bit of both open eye meditation and closed eye meditation. So, you know, closed eyes is when I'm not doing anything, and it's just the bigger aspect of the dream and kind of seeing where you're gonna go, and you know, kind of seeing maybe you had your hand raised, the people gonna win or gonna be a champion, or you visualize a belt. But the open eye meditation is what you're doing every day, those little steps to get there. And I feel like that's very important, not just the big things, but the little things that you do every day. And I feel like taking those little steps helps a lot, because sometimes you get that big goal and you got a lot of, like a blind faith, and you believe that you're gonna do that, and you put all your heart and soul into it, but sometimes you don't know exactly how. And once you get a clearer vision of what you're gonna do to get there, it becomes a lot easier to see it, and it's easier to believe. And I had a different opponent. I was fighting a Mongolian dude, so I did a full camp fighting for him. You know, he's got a heavy left hook. He had a knockout in his last fight, and so I was fighting for that style. And then he, I don't know, had some visa issues or something, so I couldn't fight him. And then I hopped on the plane, still didn't have an opponent. So I didn't have an opponent yet, but I hopped on the plane to go to Dubai, was training in Vegas, doing everything to get ready to go. Didn't have an opponent. So it was kind of like fun. It was like a little journey. Like, okay, no opponent, going to Fight Island. Just going through that whole process was really cool. And then my manager hit me up, you want to fight Cameron Else? Didn't look him up, I was just like, let's go, yeah. And watched a little bit of tape on him after that, knew he was a heavy hitter, big right hand, big uppercut. He's got some good chokes, brown belt jiu-jitsu, and he comes out hot in the first round. So I knew what he was gonna do, and it was cool that I got to have somebody to fight me last minute like that, and I had a great time. Iron sharpens iron. People say that all the time, and it's cool to have a lot of great people around you, especially when they're striving to be the best version of themselves, and we help each other out. The better you know, the more that I push them, the more they push me. We're helping each other out, and it's not always going to be to hurt each other, but we're gonna make sure we test each other. We got a lot of talent in the gym. We got a lot of hard workers, and we got people that, you know, maybe you don't know, people don't know their names, but they're in the gym working, and they're always there with us, and that's what the team represents. And there's so many different aspects of martial arts that come in here, and so many different connections that we get to just, I don't know, it's cool, man. It really is. And just MMA in general, it's cool to have this type of setup, plus what I do, plus what we all do, and you know, jiu-jitsu, MMA, wrestling. Guys coming here, it's got Bryce Meredith, you know, wrestling with him, working with Tanquino Mendez, you know, I just got my black belt from him. You know, just all these different aspects of martial arts, and people that got more information, not just success in the cage, but experience with whatever, whether it's business, whether it's social things, whether it's like health and you know, weight cutting, or just who people know. And being around this, there's a lot of fighters that have been in the game for a long time, especially throughout here. So, you know, like even guys like Ben, they understand the habits, what it takes to not only get there, but to maintain and to keep growing.
Cooch was here. And Bruce Lee, we're gonna do those leg kicks. You know, like the figure eights and stuff. Damn, man, you guys so late. Hurry up! Oh, here comes the smaller guy. People like walk on your
okay, so I'm jumping.
Let's go, let's go! It's all about the landing!
Casey, you should have jumped on me first.
I know, right?
He's alright. Hell no, you gotta work on the math, boy. Let me see here. Oh shit, we gotta get working. He's chiseled down at that. Oh, we need to work on it. Stuff off the ground, towards off the ground. Oh, sorry, man. Didn't see you.
Crack my back. What happened to the sword? Stop the other one laying down.
Let's go, almost done. For all that knee, all that elbow. Let's go.
Boy! Oh, don't step on the dick!
Let's do a little bit more like scripted sparring rounds on Saturday too, just a few, so we don't beat the shit out of each other. Sometimes guys get started early, and then we're just 2 hours of clubbing each other to death. So I'm going to make sure that we're just scripting a few things to work on, then we'll have a few rounds, 5, 6, or so. All right, that's it. That's all I got. Everybody in.
Good shit today, boys.
See you guys. Nice work. Together on 3, 1, 2, 3. Together. Hi guys, my name is John Crouch. I'm here at the MMA Lab in Phoenix, Arizona. Just gonna show you around real quick. Here's the front desk here. Hi Destiny, how are you?
Good, how are you?
So this is where everybody starts. Let me show you a little picture of Benson Henderson. We have some of our favorite martial arts athletes in here. So Benson's the lead into the whole place, right? All right, so let's go. Nice to find the fight sign. Highway 85 Creative, you gotta get them, they're the best. Come on back. This is our daycare in here. Still as the adults train. The kids are back here running amok, tearing place up. How are you doing? Are you doing good today? You have some knuckles? No, what are you eating? Gummies. Gummies are delicious. All right, we have striking class going on in here. Coach Rob Emerson is running this. This is our striking room primarily. And our 5 o'clock class is a good striking class for people to go in. And this is our kids room in here, our second room. And we have youth jiu-jitsu going in here, Coach Nico. And this is where we have kind of smaller classes, the kids classes. We'll run kids boxing in here too. And usually this is like, we have tables and stuff, people are hanging here, but with COVID, trying to keep people apart a little bit, not congregate. And this is our little boxing class in here, our littles are going in here. Coach Cliff, and this is where we have our MMA practices, this is our big room, and this is where we have most of our jiu-jitsu practices as well. Hey, are you supposed to punch yourself? Shoot, that's a tough guy, he's not scared. Well, we have some memorabilia here. You can see these are the UFC Championship and WC Championship boxes. But this is the Gracie family here. I trained with them. I got my black belt from Hoist. All my belts are from the Gracie family. So I had to pay tribute to them as we go here. This is our strength and conditioning room here. We run our cardio classes here. What's up, Brian? Doing good? You're famous now. All you guys are. Show your best side, you're on camera. It's about time. You can't just stand around, you gotta sweat if you're on camera. So anyway, our strength and conditioning coach Jared has been in here since the lab opened, and that was almost 14 years ago now. So he was here before Ben and I got here, and he's a real staple for the place. So that's it, other than the locker rooms. Hope you guys liked the tour, and thanks for coming by.